In the year 2000, Adnan Syed was sentenced to life imprisonment for the murder of his former girlfriend, Hae Min Lee. The investigation lacked direct evidence of the 17-year-old boy's guilt, but the court ruled based on the testimony of Adnan's close friend. 23 years later, the convict was released from prison thanks to a journalist's investigation. However, his freedom was short-lived as the court ultimately reinstated his guilt. How was the crime committed? Why might Syed have wished for his former girlfriend's death? And what finally shed light on the new strange details? Hae Min Lee and Adnan Syed fell in love in 1998. They were classmates who realized their feelings for each other when they attended a school prom together. It was there that the first and only joint photo of the couple was taken. They kept their relationship secret because their parents would never have approved. Adnan was born into a Pakistani family that believed his wife should adhere to Islam. Hae's parents immigrated to America from South Korea and also did not consider a Muslim son-in-law acceptable. The young couple's secret romance lasted for about 10 months. During this time, they called each other and met in their free time. However, in December, Hae announced that she no longer loved Adnan and wanted to break up. She confessed that she had fallen for a colleague she worked with at a local supermarket. Adnan was devastated but pretended to accept the girl's choice. He managed to maintain a friendly relationship with her. Once, Adnan even encountered Hae's new boyfriend, for whom she left him. The meeting went smoothly. On January 13, 1999, Hae disappeared. She was supposed to pick up her niece from school, but didn't. Her parents became worried and contacted the police. During the investigation, it was revealed that she went to school that morning. After classes, Hae was supposed to give Adnan a ride home, but he was delayed. When he couldn't find his former girlfriend, he assumed she hadn't waited for him and had gone home. After school, she was supposed to go to work at the supermarket, but she wasn't there either. Her manager reported that she hadn't called or notified them of her absence. Relatives couldn't understand what had happened because the day before, Hae had been cheerful and sociable, so the theory of her running away was rejected. On February 9, 1999, Hae's body was found in a park near the school. The autopsy revealed that she had been strangled. 3 days later, an anonymous tip came to the police suggesting Adnan's involvement. However, there was no direct evidence. Later, Jay Wilds, a friend of the young man, claimed that Adnan couldn't accept Hae's rejection and wished her dead. According to Wilds, on that day, the offended young man first wandered around and then called Jay asking to meet. Adnan arrived in Hae's car. The girl's body was already in the trunk. According to Wilds, they together tried to hide the body in the park. The police arrested Adnan. There was no other evidence, but based on his friend's testimony, legal proceedings began. On January 10, 2000, Adnan was found guilty of the crime and sentenced to life imprisonment. Jay Wilds, as an accomplice, received 2 years of probation. "I'll be fine," Adnan Syed said after the verdict. "I know I didn't kill her." In 2014, journalist Sarah Koenig released the Serial podcast. Its first season was dedicated to Hae Min Lee's story. The journalist saw injustice in the fact that a young man was sent to life imprisonment based on the testimony of just one witness. Moreover, investigators never provided concrete evidence. Koenig decided to investigate the case herself. First and foremost, she contacted Asia McClain, Adnan's friend, who could provide him with an alibi. According to the woman, at the time of the crime, the convicted man was with her at the library. However, Adnan's lawyer did not contact her or invite her to court. Most importantly, Adnan's DNA was never compared to the evidence found at the crime scene. After the Serial podcast, internet users started defending him and demanded a review of the case. The hashtag #FreeAdnan even trended on social media. Additionally, a documentary film titled The Case Against Adnan Syed gained popularity. Meanwhile, people interested in the case began to pay attention to Hae's new boyfriend, Don Kleindienst, who started dating one of her friends just 2 days after her disappearance. Although Kleindienst did have an alibi, he was at work that day, it later emerged that his mother was the manager of the store where he worked, and authorities did not question his colleagues. Furthermore, questions arose about the reliability of Jay Wilde's testimony, considering his contradictory statements. The possibility of collusion with investigators was not ruled out. It was revealed that Wildes, by giving up his friend, sought a reward of $3,000 for any information leading to the arrest of a person involved in Hae Min Lee's disappearance. Adnan obtained a new lawyer, who filed an appeal in 2016. 2 years later, he succeeded in having the legal proceedings reopened. However, in March of the same year, the Maryland Court of Appeals upheld Adnan's sentence. The court acknowledged inaccuracies in the initial investigation, but still found no reason to release him from prison. In 2022, the Baltimore court finally released Adnan, who had by then served more than 20 years. However, on March 28, 2023, the verdict was reinstated by the decision of the Court of Appeals, as reported by the media. Clarity regarding Adnan's fate still remains elusive. Thank you for watching.